We are not required to do spray foam insulation under the house, but look at the setting and the environment that we're in. This house is greatly exposed to the elements and air moving through here. You're watching Builds by Carly. Let's get to work. So we're back at the steepest and rockiest job site we've ever taken on. And this house has been through a lot of updates since last time we were here, so we're gonna go over those. And I have something super special to show you guys that I've never showed on any of my builds before. But let's start here. Last time we were here, we talked about the fact that we were going to have a door opening here. A lot of people refer to it as a dormer. So that's now installed, and I think it was a great decision for this build. So this is coming along really nicely. We finished framing since last time we were here. We had a few details left to wrap up. We did our rough-in electric and our rough-in plumbing. All three of those items had to go through inspection. So we got our rough-in framing and plumbing combo. That inspection's done. And then the state came out and inspected our electrical, which meant we were able to move on to the next item that I'm going to show you guys that I haven't showed before. Insulation. So in an A-frame, obviously your walls are your ceiling, your ceilings are your walls, however you want to make sense of it. And we are actually required to do spray foam insulation inside the house, but we have different criteria for underneath the house, and I'm going to show you that a little bit later. So after we had those inspections done, we were able to move forward with our spray foam insulation. Now that that's done, we put in for what's called an energy inspection. The energy inspection is done, we passed, spoiler alert, and we're able to move on into the next steps. So inside the house, we can start putting our walls up. This build is going to get TNG, also known as tongue and groove, inside the entire house. We also mentioned we would have a dormer here. So now that's installed, and it makes for an exit. We don't have our stairs yet, but it makes for an exit off to this direction where we will then put all of our amenities. So we haven't gotten any further with amenities yet, but we'll bring you more updates when we get there. Now let's go take a look under the house. Another detail I want to touch on is planning. We had to do a lot of steps here, but what our planning showed us that worked out really well is that we put a landing here, and it is centered perfectly with this amazing view. So for anybody that pulls up, they're on vacation, they get out, they start walking up, they can't see the view until they get to this landing. So it's a really nice resting point and a great place to say, hey, I'm in the Smoky Mountains, and get some pictures. Okay, so underneath the house here, we always show you underneath the house buttoned up, but we never show you what it looks like between the rough-in plumbing and electrical rough-in, to say that twice, and when it's all buttoned up. So now you're seeing underneath the house where we've insulated. Now here's one important detail. We are not required to do spray foam insulation under the house, but look at the setting and the environment that we're in. This house is greatly exposed to the elements and air moving through here. So if air is moving through here, what do you think it's going to do to your floor and to the airflow in your house? It's going to affect it. So we take things a step further and do spray foam insulation on our treehouse-style foundations like this to help better heat and cool the house. Again, just one extra thing to think about, budget for, and plan for when you're doing a build like this. So those are our big updates for today. We're going to move forward with siding, roofing, interior walls, and then we'll be on to the fun finishes like cabinets, vanity, and tile. So subscribe if you'd like to see those updates.